People have called you the real Tony Stark. Okay, you've got your finger in so many different advanced technologies. As I said, SpaceX, Tesla, now you've got Solar City and the solar pack that people put in their houses.
A man who sold a video game at 12 and would one day send rockets to space. A billionaire who challenged banks, disrupted the auto industry, and questioned the limits of humanity. A man mocked by NASA, laughed at by aerospace veterans, and yet made history anyway, from a bullied child in South Africa to the front lines of electric cars, rockets, and artificial intelligence. He's loved, hated, admired, and feared. But one thing is certain, nothing about Elon Musk is ordinary. This is the story of Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the friction that changed the world. Elon Musk's story doesn't begin in Silicon Valley. It begins in Pretoria, South Africa, with a quiet, introverted boy who spent more time reading than socializing. Musk was relentlessly bullied. At one point, the beatings were so severe that he was hospitalized. Teachers thought he was slow. Classmates thought he was strange. At home, he has described a difficult and emotionally harsh relationship with his father, an environment that sharpened him, but also isolated him. Books became his refuge. Science fiction, physics, engineering. He wasn't escaping reality. He was studying how to rebuild it. What's important to understand is that Elon Musk didn't grow up wanting fame or admiration. He grew up wanting to escape fragility, personal, social, and eventually civilizational. Being powerless, whether as a child or as a species, seemed intolerable to him. That theme quietly connects everything he builds. By age 12, Musk was already building things. He taught himself to code and sold a simple video game called Blastar for around $500. The lesson mattered more than the money. You could create something alone, sell it, and slightly bend reality in your favor. At 17, Musk left South Africa with almost nothing. Canada was a stepping stone. The United States was the destination. He worked odd jobs, lived cheaply, and eventually studied physics and economics at the University of Pennsylvania. Not because they were trendy, but because they explained how reality and power worked. After graduation, he briefly enrolled in a PhD at Stanford. He dropped out after 2 days. The internet boom was unfolding in real time, and Musk felt staying would mean missing history. His first real company, Zip2, was chaos. Musk slept on the office floor, showered at the YMCA, and coded obsessively. Inside Zip2, tension was constant. Musk pushed engineers to ship features that barely existed. Investors wanted stability. Meetings became confrontational. At one point, the board began holding meetings without him, deciding strategy behind closed doors. When Musk realized he had been sidelined, it was a quiet humiliation. When Compaq bought Zip2 for nearly $300 million, Musk walked away with about $22 million. Most people would have slowed down. Musk escalated. His next company, X.com, aimed to reinvent banking entirely. The culture was brutal. Engineers clashed over infrastructure. Executives fought over vision. While Musk was on his honeymoon, the board acted. In a single vote, he was removed as CEO and replaced. The company later became PayPal. Before SpaceX existed, Musk tried to buy rockets from Russia. Executives laughed at him, dismissing him as a wealthy amateur. He left furious, not just at them, but at the aerospace industry. On the flight home, he began calculating rocket costs from first principles. SpaceX was born as an insult to convention. Musk had no aerospace background. Industry veterans mocked him openly. The first 3 SpaceX launches failed. Millions burned. Investors panicked. Engineers quietly prepared for collapse. By the 4th launch, SpaceX had enough money for one final attempt. It worked. That single launch saved the company and rewrote aerospace history. At the same time, Musk was quietly taking control of Tesla. Internally, Tesla felt like a war zone. He questioned every assumption. Why does this part cost so much? Why does this process take weeks? Some thrived under the pressure, many burned out. Turnover was relentless. In 2008, during the financial crisis, Tesla and SpaceX were both weeks from collapse. Musk put almost all his remaining money into keeping them alive. By 2012, Tesla proved electric cars could be desirable. By the late 2000s, SpaceX was landing rockets, something experts had called impossible. Today, Musk sits at the center of electric vehicles, space, AI, infrastructure, and communication. He's admired, resented, idolized, and criticized. The same traits that built his empire now fuel controversy around him. His refusal to slow down, filter himself, or soften his edges has made him unpredictable. Whether history remembers Elon Musk as a visionary, a disruptor, or a warning may depend less on his intentions and more on what survives him. Elon Musk is not a clean hero story. He is friction incarnate. And that friction, the arguments, the betrayals, the failures, the sleepless nights, is the real engine behind everything he's built.